Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the Horn of the Abyss. It's the Forged in Fire campaign. And here we find even more lumber to add to our stockpile, isn't that amazing? We're actually having to advance time here rather annoyingly. A swarm of Minotaur King stands before us, and Thammus must be taught a lesson. Have we actually dealt with Thammus, I wonder? Let's check our quest log. That's, Semitrus. Okay, so it's the same skeletal guy that looks incredibly shocked. Well, let's annoyingly not have the movement for that. So we can't open this light blue, dark blue border guard just yet. Let's head to the wagon. It's fairly slow going in this area, but Henrietta will be fine, I'm sure. A throng of Orgoi Korkoi, guarding what looks to be a Redwood Observatory, though. That's handy. Let's go and deal with these Orgoi Korkoi, if that even is their real name. Okay. Shouldn't be too difficult. Excellent. Just need to make sure that we get a killing blow on everything, really. Should be doable, I think, with a haste. And indeed it is. Oh. Still, we've got so much defensive stats that our engineer can tank a hit from an Orgoi Korkoi. Rather impressive, really. The Redwood Observatory reveals many things, including but not limited to this area to the south, which has zounds of Cyclops Kings guarding a Cyclops stockpile. We've got some mercury, a lake, a rough hills, a few sentinel automatons being guarded, looks like we might better purchase our way into them. We've got Gorgheed here. Battlement. There's the Stoic Watchman. And a garrison. Someone did want the Stoic Watchman, didn't they? Yes, here. To gain access to this. That would make sense. So okay, if we conquer this area, we then get a way back. And this seems a similar deal, defeating hobgoblins somewhere. Presumably these hobgoblins would allow us to open this portal. Okay. Interesting. Well, certainly the strongholds could be a target. What else do we have here? Obviously we can clear out these centaur captains and gain access to this area. There's also a light blue border gate that we can pass through. So, I think it's time to hop into the airship. That additional vision has been most useful. Now let's embark, shall we? And then head over here. Can we do this in one trip? No? Surely we should be able to do this in a single day. Yeah, there we go. Let's disembark here. We should have no problem against Cyclopes. We shall, of course, make them forget everything about rocks. And then start shooting them. They might be pretty good at hitting people with rocks, though. Something just to keep in mind, I guess. This turn, we're going to want to slow them. Like so. Let's, chuck fire shield on. And haste, apparently. You know, a clone might have been... Actually, not clone, Counter-Strike might have even done more damage. Let's repair now. We'll cast Counter-Strike. Have the engineers pull back. All seems well so far. Excellent. This should be sufficient to repair all the automatons. Allow us to finish the battle easily. And there we go. Cyclops Kings no more. +1 knowledge for Frederick. Let's now grab the campfire, the wood, finish out the Cyclops stockpile for additional precious resources, which are indeed most precious. The Learning Stone, of course, reveals much about the ways of the universe. There's also one of those grave sites that we could dig. Would you like to dig? Of course we would. We're going to dig right now. Grab another Amulet of the Undertaker and 155 gold. That's going to be useful. Alright. Onward with the Mercury. Here we have Mechanics. What do you want? Only special resources and no gold. We could afford that easily. We'll consider that option in the future. For now, though, we shall just press on. We've got some Thunderbirds here. That might be a good place for us to lose our negative morale. Like so. Of course, the lightning bolts. Now, this particular Thunderbird seems to be approaching. That's no good. Let's activate Detonation of Death and get in his face. That didn't work. The clone died because the main stack died. That's what happened there. Let's try to avoid this cactus getting in the way, shall we? Now we can actually have all of the enemies surround us properly. Fire shield will be useful. And there we go. It's a lot of damage. We should have the movement speed to duck in and then issue a repair and duck back out. Guess the question is, will morale remain positive? We could cast Murph, or we could risk it. Time to run. Not wanting to attack the clone, are we? Interesting. We will have a clone the engineers, because we obviously need to repair. Of course, they choose not to repair. Murph on the clone stack. Yes, that's exactly what we need. Excellent. Actually relevant Murph. Set these things on fire, thank you. Chicken dinner. Winner, winner. Okay. We have a swarm of Black Knights. We have a wagon. Also have a Seer's Hut up here where we reinvestigate at some point. These will, of course, prove to be no problem. Armed with the power of slow, the power of love, and the power of bloodlust, as it would seem. They are relatively sturdy, of course, these Black Knights, but shouldn't be a problem. We have, of course, an abundance of spell points. We have lost 10 so far. Let's climb them. I think we should be safe to repair now. There we go. I breath attacked myself. A moment of misclicking, and it all goes wrong. We'll make this quick. Just get in there. Okay. Let's climb. Oh, you chose to bring the damage all round. That's excellent. Let's get the stab in first, and then we'll clone. Let's repair. This time we won't just run our dragons down, or run our automatons down into deadly dragon fire. That would be silly. And the ballista finishes it. Excellent. Bit more like it. We got the all-precious sulfur. Let's visit this Seer's Hut now, shall we? When you enter the tree hut, you find a troll. His heavy club is laying on the floor, and he doesn't seem to notice you at first. Finally, he turns to you. Leave me alone. I'm disgraced. I was known as the strongest warrior of my tribe, but a while ago, after returning from a hunt, I found my village burning. I followed the track and found an army of undead with a Death Knight in command. They are way too strong for me, so I can't avenge my tribesmen. Will you help me? Our tribe has never been too wealthy, but I may have something to thank you with. So, what's your actual quest? Was it to defeat the Death Knights, I wonder? It's again defeating Thammus. Everyone wants Thammus dead. What did this guy do? Ice elementals now. These might be a little bit more complicated because we can't use our usual shenanigans on them. We could always leave things in the gold mine if need be. Let's just drop a save. Excellent. Yeah, I don't like that amount of death. We're going to need to use a mass haste, I think. Oh, maybe not. Okay, yeah, we don't quite make it, do we? Mind you, if you're attacking that, that's totally fine with me. You can carry on. Air shield's even relevant. Because, yeah, they'll be immune to forgetfulness, won't they? Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Okay. How about we cast Mass Air Shield? Make our back units less attractive to shoot. This could also be a case where the bounty hunters just clean up, but, you know, we'll see. I mean, yeah, you're more than welcome to do what you're doing, guys. That is totally fine by me. Cure? Wasn't expecting that. Oh, the luckiest of bounty hunters. Truly exceptional. Okay. They are blocking the repair. Let's slow them. That'll make them regret themselves. Oh, don't shoot the engineer. You know what? Fine. We'll let one engineer die. Oh no, what automaton? That's unacceptable. We didn't revive our little automaton at the bottom. That was foolish. Alright, let's cast Air Shield again. That worked. You can go up here and punch this. You come here and punch that. Yeah, I mean, they're just happy killing this thing. Works for me, I think. So we're going to have to clone our engineers a few times, but for now, let's just keep attacking. Yeah, okay, the clone does attract attention. I thought as much. I was like, that's just gonna get shot in the face, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okie dokie. At the very least, we can get some kind of... So we can't hypnotize either, can we? No. It's gonna be a little bit awkward. We basically need to clone and heal both stacks in the same turn. That's a little puzzle we have for the moment. You'll be in position. Let's just torch them now, shall we? Okay. We're going to clone the engineers now. We'll get a hit in with here. We'll revive this. Revive this. I suspect she kills the one stack, which doesn't even die! Look at that. Look at that. And there we go. No one died. I didn't just callously disregard the life of an engineer. Of course not. It's just Month of the Bumblebee, that's all. Okay, so we have Thammus here, who does seem to be a bit of a boss of some kind. Up here we have River. What is upriver? We have a phoenix, a box we won't be able to get to because we don't have water walking, I think. No, we don't. So that's a impassable little area. There are some gunslingers, though. Those guys could be useful recruits. Well, I think it's time to take on this Thammus character. He does have some ghost dragons, but it's not the biggest deal. Cursed Ground's probably the most annoying aspect. Should be able to manage, honestly. Okay. Let's just put you back there. And now let's drop a save. There we go. On the floor. It's dropped. What's your silly gimmick? I'm sure you'll have one. We all will have a silly gimmick. Mine is outspeeding everyone. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Kill those. Almost. 10 points of damage off. So you slow me back. Well, that's okay. That's fine. Because I can just then haste this turn. Let's pull back. Doesn't seem too bad, really. I mean, that was a hard hit. Like, I suppose he does have 79 attack skill, you know. That's why he's so shocked that that death stare he's got going. But, you know. It's only so intimidating. Like, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Obviously you can't cast because you're readying a higher level spell. Let's just clone the, of course I can't clone because it's Cursed Ground. But we can cast a spell like Bless. Yes, Bless we can do. These mummies are lumbering towards us at the speed of zombies, so it's not particularly intimidating. And there we go. Thammus is no more. We have another Amulet of the Undertaker, which is of course excellent. But more importantly, that unlocks several quest guards. Pierce the Seer. We've got this quest guard here, this quest guard, Gaelic Seer here as well. Also I wanted Thammus dead. So there's a lot to hand in. But first, we'll head to Pierce the Troll. I watched the battle from the hill and saw your victory. You humans value gold above all else, but I cannot pay you. You would settle for this herd of armadillos, maybe. Do you want to accept the reward? Yeah, okay, I'll take your armadillos. Why not? We can upgrade them. We can shove them into the same garrison all the other things are at. It does mean we can't currently take these mechanics with us, but that's okay. So, it's going to be a trip to the airship, definitely. It's tempting to open this up so we can then just use the teleporter to come back rather than having to waste so many days moving around to and fro. It's so arduous. And you know, I like to avoid the arduous. So let's press on in the airship of destiny, which will end our turn. It's Wake of the Badger. What about up here? What do we have here? Let's explore this area on foot. We have enchanters, a swarm of them. That could be interesting. It's a pretty easy victory, all things considered, but what happens if we cast Forgetfulness? They, of course, then cast Mass Haste, and then just start beating up armadillos. I mean, it's not the biggest problem, but you know. One of those things. It's also, like, almost entirely unavoidable, like someone has to die here. Oh, he's gone for the ammo cart. What a silly combat. I guess that's fine. We've just gone up that many armadillos anyway. At this point, let's raise our spell power. Why not? The acolytes must be surprised that someone of Frederick's caliber is actually even bothering with further learning. Let's search this tomb and find another amulet of the Undertaker. And this Redwood Observatory reveals many things, such as here we have the city of Velx, which has Palamon, the wizard, with many quest guards. Here we have a pack of red dragons and a pack of centaur captains. The centaur captains shall take the blame for the grave digging we just did. Excellent. Let's open that up and finally get access to this portal. Oh yes. Teleportation. Most importantly, we want the ability to enter here. Why? Because then we shall have infinite movement points. Yes. Behold the movement. We can then go down here and get these people upgraded. We did lose a few armadillos, foolishly. Let's upgrade. We can leave this remaining armadillo behind. Back into here. Let's get more movement points. Back out here. Now we have all the time in the world. We could also hand in the amulets of the Undertaker for more skills. Look at that. Frederick is becoming swole. The true gentleman poet. So we can access some of these areas. The pack of red dragons should prove to be little problem. Yeah, exactly. Then we'll access the star axis. And access... Oh, we can't see this scroll, but we can get this scroll. It's a scroll of prayer. If only we knew how to pray. We don't actually know how to pray. It may be useful. Certainly not useless. This is obviously interesting, and I do like the arrangement of the different mountain types to transition towards that dungeon town. This quest guard, what do you have to say for yourself? Oh, the centaur captains. There's another way to get infinite movement. Instead of having to go through here, we could have just gone here. What about you? Oh, you want Palamon gone? Pack of rust dragons. These too shall fall before us. Oh, slightly more casualties. But these, of course, could just be slowed. Not a problem, really. Move out of the way, please. Actually, can't reach you this turn. We shall clone, however. Let's teleport, not clone. There we are. Bless. We won't activate Detonation of Death here. We want these dragons to attack the clone. As they have. Good dragons. 2 to 4. Do we risk attacking dragons? It might be a little bit ambitious. Maybe if we steal the retaliation of this, but it's not necessary, let's be honest. Let's just kill them. There we go. Dragons dealt with. Another obstacle removed. There's also areas here that we could explore the airship, and here as well, and here as well. There is much that we can accomplish together, you and I. In particular, I recall that there's some quest guards and seers that we need to find, like this person here, and this quest guard here. Interesting. This one's going to be a bit more annoying because we have to take the airship down there to get there, but let's examine the underground one first, shall we? Because that will take merely a moment. We just have to access the pink teleporter to get to that one. Where is pink? Here is pink. Nice casual ride through the underground tunnels. Excellent. Pink is discovered. What do you have to say for yourself? +2 knowledge. In the room you find a white orb hidden behind a glass barrier. Do you want to break it? Yes. Well, that was worth the diversion. We're going to gain some additional spell points. Excellent. In fact, we could do so just right now. We'll replenish our points, jump into here, and we can just visit this magic spring. Accumulating all the mana one could ever dream of, really. That's certainly the track case. Our airship is not even close to this location, so these gems are becoming less attractive as the day goes on. But we can progress. I think we'll wrap up with testing what this Seer's Hut has to say for itself with the airship. We could also check out this corpse, which was probably going to be yet another amulet of the Undertaker, let's be honest. We just have to make sure we land in a way that makes sense. Yep, another amulet of the Undertaker. Useful. Let's now go here and unload. Let's now attack the Minotaur Kings. We'll of course slow them. And shoot them with gun. I might want to approach actually with these guys. Yeah, they're actually fairly speedy. So, we want to intercept. We should be able to manage it still. Oh, the power of those bounty hunters is truly something to behold, isn't it? I like it. I like it a lot. Let's set them on fire, too. Just for good measure. Excellent. So... how shall we get this done? We'll just teleport. I don't know if this is actually going to work. Actually, we'll do this. There we go. The armadillo's fault solved it. I was like, hang on. What have I done? Okay, here we go. You can hear men screaming. Rushing to the sound, you find a group of gunslingers surrounded by undead. You want to help them, but you are stopped by a necromancer directing the undead soldiers' charge. He says, "We can make a deal. Bring me at least 200 skeletons and 1 bone dragon, and I'll let these people leave." You are loath to trust the necromancer, but fighting him would put your army in danger. Okay, I get it. I get it. This is why we have the skeleton transformer, and why you need to gather troops from around the map. They're like hiding out in various places, just to shove them into the skeleton transformer and get them upgraded, including probably our gold dragon, which would be a bit sad, because he's done a good job for us. But that would allow us to complete this quest and get additional gunslingers. Something to think about. But for now, we're going to call it a video. Thank you for watching. We'll come back next time. More Heroes of Might and Magic 3.